Good morning, everyone. Today, lesson 2, Chess Foundation. Today we learn very important tactic, double attack. We will touch realization of advantages, a very important topic. King and pawn versus king, distant past pawn, pawn's weaknesses, square principle. It's all about pawn's endings. Pawn's endings is very important because the most frequently you will play pawn's ending, and we need first cover what we will play the most frequently. Besides that, any ending, rook's ending and knight's ending, knight versus bishop ending, bishop ending, queens, whatever, all endings can transform into pawn's endings. So pawn's endings is very important. It's also will train you to calculate variations, because when you play pawn's endings you need to calculate very carefully and many moves. Yes, sometimes you need to calculate 10 moves, 15 moves. Okay, of course from the beginning we don't calculate a lot, just understand main principles and some puzzles, but later you will be able to do much more. Okay, next important principle: improve your pieces and worsen opponent's pieces. It's one of the main principles in chess, and we will try to understand it by examples. And when you will play your games you need to focus to do that. It's very important. We also shouldn't forget lesson 1. Try to reread it and try to apply these principles in your game. If you apply, you will remember, you will understand deeper and deeper. If you don't apply, information is unuseful. It's like you can learn how to do gym in YouTube videos, yes, and but will you become stronger from that? No. So chess is similar to that. If you don't do exercises, if you don't analyze, don't calculate, don't plan by yourself, you will not grow. So all of the things is just examples. We need also practical part, and practical part we of course will also join to the practical lessons. Okay. And classic games to understand these principles. Today I prepared only one classic game, but that is Immortal game. It's amazing game to show you. We need to checkmate. We no need to take our pieces. So in that game, Anderson sacrificed all his pieces, but checkmate opponent. So that is the game number 1 to learn for the beginners. Okay, we move to the lesson. The realization of advantages. The easiest way, if you have material advantages like pawn or piece, whatever, you just need to trade all pieces. If you trade all pieces with material and often with positional advantages, you will win easy. Okay, this principle we will learn a lot. We'll repeat it over and over again. This position I often compare with the football. Yes, if you just hit the ball, yes, and hope ball will make a goal, that is very bad strategy. Yes, so your opponent very easily will block it. Similarly with pawn and king versus king. Yes, if we just move our pawn, opponent's king will very easy to block it. So let us an example white to move, and let us take example. Yes, if we first move our pawn with king, yes, and now you see our opponent king very easy to block our pawn. We can try to do something else, but opponent king always block the pawn. And remember, your king need to move with line with the pawn. Like if you want to block the ball, an example, when you play football, yes, you move in one line, and as soon opponent move forward, you need to take a position. A position is when you put your king against opposite the king of opponent. Just remember this, and when pawn move, you keep your king in line with the pawn. And that is very important moment now, because now it's very important to move your king in line with the pawn. If you move your king to the side, you will lose the game. An example, if you move king h8, white will take a position. Yes, now white put king opposite the king, and white simply can push out king and promote queen. Yes, they will win this game. Okay. So remember, just always move. If you from the side of defender, you always just move with line with the pawn. And now the same, king h6, king h8, g7, king g8, and king g6, stalemate. Okay, that is draw. Okay, delete move. Oh, okay, an example in this position, white to move. What should they do? Like a skillful football player, we need to move our king first. We need first use our king to push out opponent's king, and after that, only after that, move the pawn. Look how it would happen. And now, sorry, again something. Okay, something went wrong. Now remember, you need always put your king opposite with the king. If if black king go king h6, you need to play king h4. If black king go to g6, you need to play king g4. If black king play f6, you need to play king f4. An example, king play king g6, king g4. And now when king move to h6, we move to f5. Similar with the football, yes, we if opponent go to one side, we go to another side, yes, and we like this we can move forward. And an example, opponent move again to block the pawn, king g7, and again we stay opposite with the opponent. And again king go to the side, an example h7, and we move king f6. And here we take one of the critical squares. Critical square is the square where if you get this square, if you occupy the square with your king, you will win the game. So the square f6, g6, and h6, that is critical square. If you king on these squares, you will win the game. And now you can move your pawn. You see, you don't move your pawn first, you just push king out first, and after that only after that you move your pawn. An example, king h6, g4, king g8, g5, king h8, and simply king f7, and now g6, g7, and g8 queen. Yes, white will checkmate. Okay. Okay, and delete this line. Maybe I can do it by another way, but I will research and do it better and better each time, don't worry. I'm also learning with you. Okay, and another important another important point, if now black to move, yes, I will do some unuseful move like king f1 because I cannot set up it quicker. So that will be draw. And why? Look, because black can take a position. Again, something happened. Look, an example, king g3 or king f3, king f5, king g3, king g5, no matter. So we just first put our king up aside with the king of opponent. And what happened now? Because black has a position, we cannot push out black king. Yes. Previous time in the same situation, we could. If now black to move, they will go king h5 or king f5, and we simply go king h4 and or king f4 and push out the king. But now white to move, and that is the draw. White need to move the pawn, no way. But if we move the pawn, we come back to the position the same we learned before. Okay. So you need to play you need to play these positions in practical lessons, not only theoretical but also practical. You can play with your friends, you can play on our lessons, you can play with the computer, but you need to you need to do it easy. One more trap for the black I will show in these positions. Why do we take f and g pawns? It can happen like this if white will play to move king f8 is the best move, because we take bigger position. A position is not only when we step aside in one square, but it's also in 3 squares and 5 squares. We will learn it later. And now again black has a position, yes, but white have extra move with g pawn. That's why they will win. Yes, if pawn was on g3, it will be draw. So they move g3, and now again the same situation, king need to move, and we push out the king. And I want to show you the situation when I have an example. An example, king h8, yes, king f7, king h7, g4, king h8, g5. Oh, it doesn't work, sorry. Oh, no moves. Okay. Just wanted to show you one more trap for the black. How can we play? Okay, I will try to get it. Just don't pay attention to the moves now. An example, king f6, g5, and in this position. If you get an example of this position for the black, yes, you can have a trap like go king h7, yes, and here is a little difference when we use b pawn and g pawn. Yes, because there here is a trap like if white now play g6 with idea king g8, g7, king h7, king f7. Yes. Okay, I will show with idea like this. Yes, that's okay. Yes, but after the g6, black can take diagonal opposition. It's also possible even if you play football. Yeah. And that is already draw, because now king f7 is stalemate. and that is draw, and g7, king g8, king g6, again draw. So remember carefully, if you got this position for the side of defender, you need to remember it, yes. And king h7, yes. Try to make this trap with king h7. Another option, king f7, king h8, and g6, if they're not accurate, also stalemate. Yes, and from the winning side, just a moment, I will try to set up. Next time I will record with a laptop. I could borrow a laptop after a few months, and it will be much better. Once I will become skillful, our lessons will be better and better. Sorry for that, I need to find the... Okay, I will turn it. I hope it will not create for you a lot of inconveniences to find the variations. I hope it will record correct. Yes, and remember here, if they play king h7, for the white you need to move your king to h line, king. And again you win. Just go from another side. From another side there is no stalemate. All of that games you need to play with your opponent to remember it, to be able to automatically, very easy to do that. Okay, thank you so much. Move back. I hope it will be not hard for you. Okay, we move to the square principle. The square principle, of course, is much better to understand if we can draw the lines. So I have a question: how this game will finished if now black to move? Can you calculate? You can take a pulse if needs. Okay, correct. Black will win. They just move h4, h3, h2, and the king cannot block the pawn. Two important things to understand from the endings. You need to try to block the pawn or promote the pawn. It's all about endings. Yes, it's always it's often about promote the pawn to the queen and to block the pawn. And if white to move, another question, please take a pulse if needs and calculate. Can you block the pawn? Yes, you can. It will be draw. Yes, and that is called square principle. The important thing here is not necessary to calculate. Yes, I will try. Oh, I will use this pawn because I cannot draw lines now. Yes, you see this square from h5 to d5 and from d5 to d1. That is the square. And if you know your king can jump into the square, that is the draw. An example like this. You know your king in the square. It will take time, but to learn. But after that, your calculation will be much quicker because you no need to calculate. Oh, I am here, he here, I am here, he here, I am here, he here, as we always do in because that is foundation. But usually endings much more complicated. And you need to see, oh, I jump into the square and calculate another variation. You need to speed up your calculation. So here you just see the square. Okay, and it's always, you can always draw a line like this. Maybe it will be bigger line, yes, like this. Yes. Maybe it will be shorter line like this, yes. But it's always about can you jump into the square. An example here, yes. Now this is another square, yes. It's also not necessary to calculate, you need to see there is the square. And here you see there is another square, yes. And again you just see the square and you no need to calculate. No, and here of course you can see it automatically, no problem. Okay. And king, and I just check, I don't want to miss anything. Okay. Okay, distant passed pawn. A very important and very simple example. It's about realization of advantages. If you have pawn, yes, if you just simply trade all the pieces, you easy to win. But even in this ending, you need to know how to win. Usually, beginner they don't know correct plan, and they even can lose this position when they play black or when they play white, yes, or make a draw. So this position is completely win for white, but you need to know correct plan. We will play these types of positions in our live lessons, yes. But now we need to just understand the plan. So take a pause and try to create the plan. Plan is like I will do that. It's only mostly it's only about your moves. I will do that, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this. I will explain you after the pause what is the correct plan for the white. So okay, the correct plan in the endings for the white like this, they need first activate the king. King should move to the center. The king in endings is very powerful piece. We need to use it, yes. The second part of the plan white move b pawn and a pawn and create distant pass pawn. They trade a pawn and create distant pass pawn. That time black king will move their king to block the pawn. And simply white can move the pawn as far as possible, yes, these pawns as far as possible, and then they sacrifice their b pawn, yes, distant pass pawn, and they can go to take these pawns, okay, and after that they promote these pawns, they will win. So this plan is very important. It seems very simple, yes, but this plan will work in most of endings. So and that is foundation. If we take endings with the rook, with the knights, with the knight and bishop, or bishop versus knight, etc., whatever bishops endings, we will see everywhere the same plan. So now you are learning not only one, you are learning actually not only pawns endings but all another endings, and simultaneously you are learning how to you are learning realization of advantages. Okay, let's us take a look an example. Both should move the king to the center. It's very important. Now white move this pawn. Remember, it's I see many times like white beginners start from this pawn. It's not really good, yes, because white can black can move like this, and here is not really important, but yeah, but if king can also block an example of situation like this, it will be very important, yes, because this pawn cannot now create distant passed pawn, and it will be anyhow win for the white, but it will be a little bit complicated, yes. But in these positions also, okay, better move b pawn and a pawn, but also very good to move a pawn with idea. Look this idea. If black king need to take a pawn, yes, we already know we will sacrifice this pawn, we will sacrifice our distant pass pawn, and we will move our king to take pawns on the king side, yes. see, when king take a pawn, he is farther than if he takes b pawn. It's not really important in exact this ending, but in the future, in another endings, it may be important. Of course, usually b pawn is better than a pawn, but in pawns ending is better to save, better to create a pawn instead of b pawn, because we can king, when king take a pawn, he needs one more move, like comparing with b pawn. Okay, and now white just simply want to move the pawns as far as possible. An example, g4, and if black will allow, white can move f4, h4, g5, f5, h5. Yes, and but an example, they block. Yes. And now white can simply maybe move to one line more, maybe just run. Yes, what is better. And now white can sacrifice the pawn. Yes, and they can take all the pawns of the opponent. Yes, and now they will promote the queen and checkmate. Okay, very simple position, but very important position. Yes, because it's already planning is very very good. You start to learn something really valuable. And if you have now if you have advantage, like you have a pawn, yes, you know how to win. You just trade your pieces, and you really easy can win now. If you have only pawn, that is already amazing achievement. Okay, pawn's weaknesses. Okay, it's very important. That is positional advantages. It's very difficult to understand this. Take a pause, take 1 minute, and think how should you play for black. I hope you took a pause and you thought which pawn you should use. And I will just explain you, if your opponent have weaknesses, you need to attack them. So now h2 pawn is weak because neighbors cannot protect h pawn. An example here, black has also h pawn, yes, but if they move pawn, this pawn is impossible to attack for white king, and if they move just h6, g pawn will protect h pawn, but h pawn cannot be protected by neighbors. Besides that, they have doubled pawns, and doubled pawns are weak also because only one black pawn can control two pawns. Yes, and it's also big advantages. So now black need to move king to h3 to attack h pawn and get advantages. They will get more space, and king will move to g1 to protect this pawn. After that, white move pawns e5, f5, g5, h5, g4, and trade and the pawns on the square g3 finally, like h4, g3. And after that, because they have space advantages, like we transform one advantages to another, it's possible. Now they have positional advantages with pawn weaknesses, they get space advantages, and after that they simply use the space to trade pawns on g3 and take pawn e, and after that win. So let us see how can it happen. Sorry, again something went wrong. Black simply move the king to attack weakness, and now they move e5. Remember, don't move f5, because with move f4 somehow white can block you. You probably also will win, but it's not. White need just wait, they cannot do anything here. Black will move their pawns forward, g4. And an example e4. They will try to counterattack you if gf, ef, and pawn f will be promoted. So just simply take this pawn and and if they take fe, h4, g3 and take e pawn finally, but if take fg, you can play, you have advantage like a pawn, yes, in this case, yes, yeah, so h4, an example b3, b5 can move pawns further, also a3, a5, b4, don't trade your pawns, just move it as far as possible because your king will take this pawn anyhow. And g3, trade the pawns. If pawn move f3, just simply g2, king g3 and take this pawn. And this position is totally win because white will take e pawn, after that move king to take a pawn and they will win. Okay, we will play all these positions on our practical lessons. It's very important to play, not only learn. So we took few examples and we moved to the tactic that is double attack. Okay, this position, white to move. Double attack is when you can attack simultaneously two pieces, or yeah, or pawns, or whatever, or king and piece. Okay, so white to move, take a pulse and find how white can win in this position. I hope you easy to solve this puzzle. Yes, and we need to play bishop d5 and now two knights under attack. You can next move you will take one of them. Okay. Double attack too. That is much more interesting example. Take a pause and think how can white now attack two pieces simultaneously. I hope you can solve this puzzle, but if not, we will help you later with a tip. So I hope you took a pause to think more. You need to think by yourself and find solution by yourself. In this position, white can make a fork. Fork is when we attack two pieces simultaneously with the pawn or the knight. White can attack d5. I will give you first move. And after that I have a question. Yes, if don't worry if you could not solve this puzzle. You need to know more examples to yes, you just need to see more examples, and after that you can solve the puzzles. Now we're just learning. If you could solve this puzzle, amazing. If not, also good. And now I have question. If white play king d5, how will white to move? That is also about double attack. Take a pause and find the solution. Okay, white will move, of course, king b4 and take knight c6. Yeah, knight c6 and knight b4 and take knight c6. That is fork. Knight simultaneously attack king and queen. Okay, and another move, instead of king d5, is even more interesting move. So take a pulse after queen d5. How will you play? Yes, white to move. Okay, hope you easy could find knight f4 and attack again king and queen. One important thing, learn it next lesson. Pawn cannot take this knight because king is pinned, so they cannot take knight because it will open the king. King stay one line with the rook. Okay, very good puzzle. To show you examples about double attack. Double attack thought puzzle. Okay, take a pause. It's quite similar with previous puzzle. Also first decoy, yes, and after the double attack. I give you some help. So take a pause and try to find the solution. Okay, I hope you could find this move. Black can move d3 with double attack. They attack simultaneously. Oh, sorry, now something I did not set up whole move, so I will make an unuseful move which not change anything. Yes, like h3. So d3, yes. And now that is the fork, and again bishop and queen is under attack, and that is also simultaneously decoy. Decoy when we want piece come to the square we need. Yes, we sacrifice something and decoy the piece the piece on the square we need. Okay, and here if white take bishop d3, an example, yes, again here again puzzle for you, double attack. So take a pause and find how to move for the black to win. If you could not see it from move d3, try to find solution here. Okay, I hope you easily could find e4 and white will win piece. Another fork. An example, bishop f6. I think gf is okay, but also need to calculate ed, bishop a7, and dc. White still win piece like ed, bishop e7, dc, and next move white will take a piece like rook e7, an example, and white, and black to win, sorry. Okay, that was double attack, that was tactic, but that is just examples. You need to learn, solve the puzzles with double attack. I will show you how to do that. I will open another. Here is on chess.com. You can solve puzzles, custom puzzles, and that is your homework. You need to do that all games. So set up rating 800, 1200, yes, and find fork double attack. I will show you. Fork double attack is here, yes. Move down, play start, yes, and an example. In this position, white to move, yes, and you need to find double attack in this position. Take a pause, yes, and find the double attack for white in this position. I hope you easily could solve this puzzle. It's very important because usually double attack, most of the time we will attack with our queen. Double attack often do queen. So here solution of this puzzle: queen d1, and we attack king and rook simultaneously. And next move we just take the rook. So try to solve as many puzzles as possible. Like make a habit to solve 5 or 15 minutes per day, but everyday puzzles, and it will make you successful. Okay. Just try. Okay, we move to the we pass double attack, king and pawn versus pawn, distant past pawn, pawn's weaknesses. Realization of advantages is very important, very important. Square principle. Improve your pieces and worsen opponent's pieces. Wow, it's very deep topic, very important to know it. And I choose few positions, very simple positions. We will come back to this topic. In this position, black to move, and how can we evaluate power of the pieces? Yes, an example, this knight has attacking power. He can attack 3 squares like b4, c3 and c1 square, but we can evaluate power of the piece not only by how many square he can attack, but it can attack not only, but it can attack 3 squares, 3, but it can move only 1 square. Yes, so not only how many squares piece can attack, but how many squares piece can move. Remember this. And so you need to try you need to cut squares which piece can attack and piece can move. Like this you can worsen opponent piece. And beside that, if you want to improve your pieces, you need to attack more squares, and you need to have more mobility, more squares your pieces can move. So take a pause and try to find the solution in this simple puzzle. Okay, I hope you easily could find move bishop d4. Oh, now sorry, white to move again, and I will do some move like unuseful move like king a6. I did not set up it. I will be more careful next time. Okay, and bishop d2 now. White knight still attack 3 squares. Yes, if you remember, knight on the rim is dim. Yes, it's very bad situation for white, but it cannot move anywhere. It can attack 3 squares, but it cannot move before c3 or c1 square, because simply black will take it. And now no any problems for black to promote the pawn, and they simply win. Okay, improve and worsen too. Okay, let us take another example. Oh, it's very important, very interesting puzzle. Yes, you can take a pause and try to calculate here. Just a short time. If you cannot solve this puzzle, no problem. You just need to know the idea, and improve your pieces and worsen opponent's pieces. We'll just see it, but try to think by yourself. Try to find some ideas. You need to think. Is very important principles of the chess. We will speak about it more. Okay, take a pause. Okay, I hope you could find the solution of this puzzle. And here bishop g8 is very weak piece. It's just blocked but by its own pawn. If there is no pawn f7, black has more chance to save this game. Yes, it probably will be draw, but because its own pawn block it, black will lose this game. And white start attack the king and push the king to make bishop weaker and weaker, g4. And now what will happen if bishop h7, just simply g5 checkmate. Yes, and so black has only one option, is just move king h7 and block their own bishop more and more. So you see how the white played and worsened the position of this piece. Yes, and white can simply play g5 and improve their position, getting more space, and only one move for the black now, king h8. But here again bishop e4, and black has only one move because they bishop was worsened, yes, and king was worsened, yeah, and white improved their pieces and worsened the pieces of opponent. They need to move bishop h7, but this ending we already know, yes. It's also very important. Look what happened. Yes, happened situation the same we just analyzed about pawn's ending. If we move g6, yes, that is a draw. Yes, so remember, take a pause and find how to win for white in this position, please. Okay, I hope you remember, if we deal with g and b pawn, we need to move to h and a line. Yeah. Yes, a very good combination, because we could simultaneously repeat our lesson. Okay, improve and worsen. We took, oh, I have an amazing double attack for you from Emanuel Lasker. Is just is second champion of the world. That's about double attack. It's classic game actually. Wow, that is incredible game. It's not only about double attack, it's about attack on the king and destroying, attacking castle king and destroying the defenders. Yes, so let us have a look on this position. In this position, it will turn into the puzzle later, but in this position white's bishops is very strong. Yes, and they look at the king, but king is still safe in the castle. So in this, if you want to attack the king, you need to try it. You need to try to remove defenders. In this position, knight f6 protect the king, and pawns protect the king. Yes. It doesn't mean you need to take bishop f6, nothing doing, because your bishop is very powerful for this attack, but try to trade pieces which protect the king. Oh, sorry, not like this. Just something went wrong again. Yes, knight h5, of course, trade one piece which protect the king. I will ask you about the puzzle a little bit later, knight h5. And how do you think how you can take a pause and think how white continued to attack here. Just a short pause will be enough. Okay, white continued with incredible sacrifice. The bishop h7. They not only trade the knight, but they also destroy pawn structure. Yes, castle of the king. Yes, they destroy. King h7, queen h5, king g8, and now, how do you think how white continued to destroy castle of the opponent? Yeah, they continue to bishop g7. Everything just to open the king. King g7, take a pause. How will you move? How will you continue attack? Okay, white moved queen g4. And if king f6, queen g5, checkmate. I hope you see it. Okay, and only move king h7. And how white will continue to attack. Please take a pause. Yeah, they need to move rook on the third line, like rook f3, rook h3. Yes, that's common way to continue attack. We can't checkmate only with queen, we need something else, so just improve your pieces, yes, and bring rook to h3. And now for the black, only one way to defend, and so please take a pause and try to find the way how black can defend in this position. It's very important to learn how to defend, not only how to attack, because we play both situations. Yes, only move is e5 to protect the king. White continue, rook h3, attack the king, and black need to sacrifice the queen to protect the king. And now after rook h6, king h6, so one more puzzle for you. We learned double attack today, if you remember. And take a pause and find how white can win in this situation. I hope you all find the move with double attack queen d7, and simultaneously we attack bishop e7 and bishop b7. So next move we will take one of the bishop. Okay, that was example about double attack. Yes, a very good classic game. It's not only about a double attack, it's also about attack on the king. And the last is classic game today. Yes, I will check. Oh, sorry, I forgot one more sample. Double attack, contra attack, and defense. This puzzle I just spontaneously created. It wasn't real game. Okay, black to move, yes, and find here how black can double attack, do double attack. I think you easily could find move e4, yes, with attack. Oh, again, I did not set up black to move. I will make unuseful move like h3. Yes, I think we all could find move e4. So, and now counter-attack and defense. Yes, when your opponent do double attack, I also want you to learn how to save yourself, how to protect yourself. And in this situation, if your two pieces under attack, you need to find, you need to try to save your pieces by counter-attack on another pieces equal or more valuable in this situation. So take a pause and find how white can save these their pieces. I hope you all found move bishop b5 and attack the king. Yes, and now attack the queen, sorry. And now black need to move the queen out, but still this knight is pinned. Yes, we cannot remove this knight. We will unpin next time because our queen is under attack. So, and white need to continue somehow to solve these pieces, and they will take, just show you example, bishop f6, gf, and they do another series of double attack, knight d5, attack queen, and attack pawn f6, queen b5, and again how to move for the white. Give me solution. You can take a pause if you want. Again fork, again double attack, knight f6, and now after king g7, king g4, white after counter attacks and few forks more, they win a lot of pawns. Yeah, they got a lot of pawns, but they lose piece. Yeah, Okay, they got 3 pawns for their piece. Okay, it's much better than just lose the piece, but not sure about this example. Sorry if there is something wrong, but I just wanted to show you the idea and just quickly spontaneously set it up, because I not yet found a good example. But the topic counter-attack in defense, we will learn a lot. This is missed point of yes, I will find very good examples about it. It's very important topic, because that is chess. Yes, we not only attack, we also need to be skillful in defense. Okay. Okay, and finally we have only, I did not miss anything else. No, I didn't miss anything. Finally we have one more Adolf Andersen Immortal Game. Here we can see all the principles we learned in this game, and also one of the principles we learned on the previous lesson was we need to checkmate, we don't need to take all pieces, and the classic games will show it perfectly. E4, activate the bishop, attack the center, very good move. So sorry, I will turn my tablet again. I hope you will see everything clear and good on your laptop. Yeah, I think it won't change much on the laptop if you... Okay, e5, f4, King's Gambit. That is a very interesting move, because white open f line for their rook. When they make a castle, they will attack with f line, and also they remove pawn if from the center. So if pawn will take, after pawn will take, yes, white can move d pawn forward, and it also will attack the center, but this pawn will not. Yes, so that is very aggressive opening, and this opening is very sharp. Yes, so it's very dangerous and very sharp for the black, but also dangerous for a white. So they played bishop c4, develop piece, and now black can don't allow white to castle after queen h4. White need to move their king, but simultaneously black move their king once, and it will go under attack. White will get a tempo with knight f3. So it's a very sharp game from the beginning. b5. The idea of this counter gambit is sacrifice the pawn, but activate the pieces. Like bishop can go to the b7, and also worsen the position of this bishop, because this bishop is very powerful. It can attack f7 pawn, and bishop on b5 cannot attack king so quick. So it's make this counter gambit has sense. Yeah, bishop b5, knight f6, knight f3, attack the king with tempo, queen h6, d3, protect the pawn. It's not so aggressive like play with all the ideas with d4, but also okay. Knight h5. Knight h5 has the threat. How it's also about double attack. If now black to move, how can they win? Yes, take a pause. Yes, now white threat, knight d3. but even if they have this threat, yes, just one move threat, knight h5 is not really good move because knight on the rim is dim. Yes, it protect the pawn f4. It's also threat knight g3, but simultaneously it cannot protect center now. It's also second move. If you remember previous lesson, don't move twice with one piece, just one piece, one move. Knight h4, and white also break this principle now, but they can move their knight to f5, and they also can they also protect the threat knight g3 now simply h and they prepared also idea queen f3 and bishop f4. Why, oh, queen f3 not bishop f4, maybe they already prepared g4 idea because king pinned. Queen g5 again breaks the principles, but that is double attack. They attack a knight and bishop simultaneously. Yes, so see, we again see the same principles in this game, and how to protect two pieces simultaneously, that is the question. An example, white can block the line like knight f5, and they will close the line. Yes, and but still black can move g6, and after knight d4, yes, continue bishop g7 and bishop c5, put pressure on the knight and attack the bishop. So how to move for the white? Knight f5. Okay, they moved knight f5, and the opponent played c6, attack the bishop, but like this not much makes sense. When they sacrificed pawn b5, one of the main idea it was to remove this bishop from diagonal. Yes, and now when they play c6, maybe they play with idea bishop c4 d5. Yes, I think it's okay, but much better g6, and if knight d4, bishop d7. But I think Anderson here already prepared to sacrifice his pieces. Like on d6, I guess he prepared counter-attack, like already prepared something. It might be queen f3 or g4 or knight c3, just simply. Or maybe knight d4, bishop d7, and play something there. But okay, just look at the game, because if we analyze here it will take a lot of time. c6, g4. Knight f6, and Anderson decided to sacrifice more pieces just to rook g1. Simple but deep. He has idea to attack queen with h4, h5, and use position of the queen, like h4, h5, queen f3, bishop f4, and all of these pawns will be very dangerous for the black. Say cb, h4, queen g6, h5, queen g5, queen f3. White trade bishop f4 and capture the queen. Queen doesn't have any places to go. King g8. Yes, now white move maybe fourth time or fifth time, and the queen moved many times. So that is amazing example. One piece, one move. If we don't do that, we will we will get a lot of troubles. Bishop f4. But in this position, black did not have any solution already, because Yes, because bishop f4 was very powerful threat. Queen f6 and the black need to move their queen again. Knight c3, develop one more piece, prepare knight d5 and e5. Many threats from the white already. Bishop c5, knight d5. White already prepared to sacrifice their rooks after bishop b4. After queen b4, sorry. Queen b4, bishop d6, incredible move with idea to sacrifice two rooks more. Bishop g1. In case queen e1, king e2, queen g1, there will be similar checkmate with just knight g7 and bishop c7. Okay, I will show in case queen e1, king e2, queen g1, white sacrificed one piece and two rooks already. Yes, king g7, king d8 and bishop c7 checkmate. It's amazing because you see white could sacrifice bishop and two rooks and checkmate, but I think in game it was much better. Rook, bishop g1, e5, simple block diagonal. Now queen cannot protect the king. We block diagonal and a1, h8, yes, this diagonal, and king cut it totally. Queen a1, king e2, similar situation, similar threat, king threat, knight d7 and bishop c7 checkmate. King a6 protect we should be very grateful for this move. Yes, now white have amazing combination because they protected from the knight g7 and bishop c7 checkmate, but white have similar checkmate, but even more amazing king d8. And okay, white to move, take a pause, two moves force checkmate. Please find this checkmate. I hope everyone could find queen f6 sacrifice. Besides two rooks and bishop, white sacrifice also their queen. And after knight f6, bishop e7 checkmate. So finally, white sacrificed everything, yes, but they just checkmate. That's an amazing example to show you we need to checkmate, not to take our pieces. Black could take two rooks, bishop and queen, yes, and maybe pawns, yeah, but they go checkmate. And also that is amazing example, knight on the rim is dim, and also one piece, one move, don't move your queen under attack, and all of that things, yes, and how to punish for that. Thank you for so much. It was concentrated, amazing lessons. You can separate it on the parts. You can review it a few times. You can play these positions with your friends. So you can play these positions with the computer. You can solve more puzzles on this thematic, on this tactic like fork and double attack, and thank you so much. It was a good job. Wish you all grow in chess, get the best benefits. Just be happy, and yeah, just be happy. Thank you.